Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. In this video, I'm going to show you this bronzy summer inspired makeup look, which is honestly one of my favorite type of eye looks to wear because it just makes your eye color pop out. It's nice for hooded eyes as well, which is a really nice thing because we didn't use any eyeliner to like create a winged liner that makes your eyes maybe even more hooded. So I can't wait for you guys to see how I create this. And I'm also gonna play with a new collection, which I cannot wait for you guys to see as well. Now, before I go in with eyeshadow, I first always prime my eyelids. This is always the number one thing that I do because it's gonna make sure that the redness from the eyelid is removed, and it's gonna make sure that your eyeshadow is gonna stay flawless all day. Just like with painting on a paper, you want to start on a clean paper, so the same goes for your eyelid. I'm going to use this new palette from Sigma Beauty, which is called the Ambience palette, which has all these beautiful tones which are perfect for summer and also will look gorgeous on any eye color. So this is what I will be using today. And I really enjoyed it, but you will see during the video how to use it and what I did. I'm gonna start with this color, which is called Basque, and I'm gonna start with a Sigma E40 brush and blend this all the way in my crease, going from the inner corner to the outer corner. I'm just blending this all the way in my crease. I'm going back in a few times with my brush into the shade to make sure that it's blended as nicely as possible in my crease area. So just going back and forward and just continue until I think everything looks nice. The reason why I always start with a light color first is because it will help you blend out all the darker shades. So you start with a light color, then you go in with a darker shade and make it even darker. I just feel like this works most easy, and this is gonna make the whole blending look as nice as possible. I know some people start with darker colors and then blend it out with lighter shades. I think it's maybe like a personal preference, but I like to start with light colors because I feel like if I would go straight in with a dark shade, it's gonna be harder to make it look more soft. You kind of have to fix everything. At least that's how I feel. Sometimes I do that trick as well, but I just feel like this is more of a safe way to do your eye makeup by starting with a light shade first. So especially if you are a beginner makeup artist, I think starting with a light shade is easier. So now I'm going in with this color, which is called Oasis, not sure how you pronounce that. I'm gonna take a Sigma E25 brush and kind of like tap the eyeshadow in the outer V of the eyelid. And then when I have most product tapped on the eyelid, I'm also gonna make kind of like circular motions and blend it out as well. Now the E40 brush that I used at the beginning and the E25 are both included in the brush kit that I created together with Sigma, which is a really nice brush kit, especially if you are searching for a nice beginner starter brush kit, or maybe you want to expand your brush collection with some amazing brushes. I have it linked down in the description bar, and it has all my favorite Sigma brushes in it. So of course, everything I'm doing at the one side of my eye, I also do straight after at the other side of my eye as well. I know some people like to start with one eye completely and then they go to the other side. I actually do everything that I do right after on the other eye as well. Let me know in the comments how you guys do it. Do you finish off one eye and then you do the other, or do you do it the same way as I do? So I just applied the darker brown color. Like I said earlier, I like to build it up. So I am going in with an even darker shade and kind of doing the same thing, just tapping on the product and making circular motions to blend it out. Also, something I wanted to know, if you guys will be interested in me hosting a Zoom class, and you guys will get an invite, and I will give you some private session with makeup so you guys can ask me everything. And at the end of the Zoom class, you can also add a certain number. You can ask me like all the things you want to know to kind of get some one-on-one attention, and you know what I mean? Just let me know if this is something you guys will be interested in, so you can ask more personal questions or maybe some makeup that you're struggling with, and then I can answer it right away and show you on camera how to do it. So let me know if this is something you would be interested in. This is something that I would charge money for, but I'm gonna try to make it as low as possible so people that don't have a lot of money can still attend this Zoom session. But let me know if this is something that you would be interested in. I'm really curious to know. So now I'm going in with this gorgeous shimmery color, and I'm using my finger to apply it over the eyelid. Right before this step, I used a little bit of concealer all over the eyelid to kind of create a clean base for this eyeshadow. So it's kind of going to pop a little bit extra. And yeah, I think this shade is so pretty, especially when the sun hit my face. And in certain lightnings, it just looks so pretty. I actually feel like my camera and the lighting in my studio doesn't really do justice to like how pretty this shade actually is in real life. But it's so pretty. So after applying it, I also went in with the brush to kind of make everything look more perfect around the edges. Let me know what you think of this shade. I think it's so pretty. So now I'm going in with the dark brown shade again, which is called Sunspot. And now I'm going to use this for my eyeliner. So I'm using a Sigma Beauty E75 brush, the same as the other brushes. This one is included in the brush kit that I created with Sigma as well, because it's my favorite brush for applying eyeliner. So you want to make sure you make the brush a little bit wet using some water or some setting spray. This is going to intensify the eyeshadow, because if you would use the eyeshadow without making your brush wet, it's not really gonna look as intense as it is when you make your brush wet. So this is definitely something I would recommend, because you want your eyeliner to stand out a little bit more next to the eyeshadows. So again, going in with the color Sunspot, and I'm using a E50 brush from Sigma and using this right underneath the lower lash line, kind of sweeping my brush back and forward and also tapping on the product to make sure that the eyeshadow is really there. After this step, I'm going to blend it out, but I always like to start with the darker shades and then blend it out with a lighter. So this is actually different, because in my crease, like I said, I like to start with a light color, but underneath the lower lash line, I actually like to start with a dark shade. I don't know why I do that. I've never really thought of it that way, but yeah, that's kind of weird. So I blend it out using that lighter color, same shade as I used in the crease earlier, kind of blending it quite low because I really like that blown out effect. Then I'm going in with that shimmery shade again, which I used on the eyelid as well, popping a little bit of that underneath the lower lash line as well. You can apply as much as you like. I love using shimmery shades underneath the lower lash line because it really, I don't know, it just adds the little extra. Then from a waterline, I went in with a brown pencil from Makeup by Mario. Such a gorgeous pencil, and the color goes really well with the eyeshadows I used today. So now I used a lash curler from Tweezerman, and then I went in with some mascara. I think I used it's either the Maybelline Sky High or the Roller Lash Mascara from Benefit. I'm not quite sure, but both of them are amazing. So now I'm gonna apply some fake lashes. I use lashes from the Balm Cosmetics. I'm gonna put the name of this style in the description bar because I kind of forgot the name. But these are really beautiful and really natural. I didn't want it to go in with lashes that are too dramatic because this is more of a sultry, soft glam look. But yeah, this is the finished result of the eyes. So now I'm gonna finish off the rest of my face. I thought since I used the Sigma palette, I'm also gonna use the other products that come in the new collection. So I'm gonna use this highlighting palette, and I'm gonna start with a mixture of the top shade and that shade that I'm showing right now. One of them is a little bit more light golden and the other one is more rose golden. So I decided to mix them both on my brush and applied it on the highest point of my cheeks. I also applied a little bit on the chin and a little bit on the nose. And of course doing the same at the other side as well. It really made my skin super glowy. And I went for that glowy summer look. So I went in with the Corte Rosa blush palette, which is not from this collection, but it's really pretty. And then I went in with one of the new glosses, which come in the newest Sigma collection as well. And I went in with that brownie shade. I used a little bit of lip liner in a similar color, which I think was the MAC Strip Down, and then applied the gloss on top of it. I wanted to make it super glossy, so I went in with a few layers to make it as glossy as possible. And yeah, I really like how it turned out. Super glowy, bronzy for summertime. I really hope you all like how this look turned out. Let me know if you're gonna try it. If you're gonna grab the new palette from Sigma, let me know. I'm gonna put all the information on the products in the description bar, and I also have a discount code. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. This is really helpful for my YouTube channel, and hopefully I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye!